Welcome to the Academy Answers podcast. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening in. And we always get started this way. We play our creed, something we live by. And that is, we don't worry, we work. We don't doubt, we believe. We don't make excuses, we hustle. We don't talk about it, we are about it. We don't follow, we lead. We don't do it to have, we do it to become. We're not victims, we take responsibility. We're not suckers, we earn our spot. We're not a statistics, we stand for something. We are not the clay, we are the potters. We design our own lives. Let's jump into the podcast, guys. Hope it can bring you some value today. Let's go in. So it is important that you figure out how is it that you're going to find that level of fulfillment and happiness when we're talking about getting to success and living a fulfilled life. And that is what we help with. So we get questions and we answer them along these lines at scale so we can help more people. That is my purpose. That's my mission. And it is to make this a solid resource tool for people who are serious about changing their lives and who are serious about freedom, happiness, and success. All those three are inherently linked and inextricably linked. So this question is, where do I start, Lewin? If I want to, my name is Lewin Carr and Academy Answers podcast. If you're coming here for the first time, thanks for joining me. I hope I can be of value to you. So where do I start, Lewin, is the question. I want to turn my life around. My life has been in a way that I don't want it to, and it has been there for a long time. I want to turn my life around. What is my starting point? And your first step you have already made by saying, look, I don't want what I'm getting now. I don't like this. I want to change. That's the first step. So we can talk about the second step. You have made the first step by acknowledging it. Most people have never acknowledged that. They would have sit there in some form of stupid quagmire in this funk, telling themselves that it's okay, or, excuse me, I can't do any better. This is life. It sucks. It's because of my complexion. It's because of where I was born. It's because of my age. It's because of my children, my partner, my parents, and all sorts of different excuses, giving themselves reasons and justifications to cop up. I'm sorry. So, I don't know what got into my throat now. So, you have taken the first step. The next step is taking personal responsibility for your life. That is a hallmark. That is a pillar on which your success is going to be built. And by that I mean deciding that everything is your fault and accepting that what you have control of is your own self. Full control. What you do with your time, what you do with your money, and your attitude towards life. Everybody have a perspective on life, and you will get what your perspective is. If you are steeped into all the news and the negativity and all the reasons why you're oppressed and all the reasons why you can't do this and all the reasons why the system is set up against you, that is exactly what you will get, because you will see the world from that view. And whatever view you see the world from, that is the world you live in. If you change your perspective of the world, if you ask yourself better questions, if you model someone who is doing it, who is at the level that you want to be, you start to see the world from that perspective, and your results and your outlook and your actions, if you're committed, start to reflect that view of the world. So you must take personal responsibility for your life, accepting that I am in charge. My success depends on me. No one is coming I have to take charge of my life and dictate where I go with it. It is not the stars that hold my destiny. It is not I'm not leaving this to chance. It is I who can grasp my future with both hands and do what is necessary to shape it into what I want it to be. You can, at any time, you're not a tree, you're not a thing made up. At any time, you are human beings, and a human being have the power of choice because of the mind, how the prefrontal cortex work in the brain, its ability to make rational and logical decisions, and the inherent will that is in you to do something different. To in a moment, any second, you have that power of decision. And that is what is defining in the process of changing your behaviors, changing your actions and your attitude. You can. I have a friend who once told me that he was a smoker for 19 years. And the day his daughter was born and he saw his daughter's face, he instantly stopped smoking. That's it. Outdone, no more. And throughout history, there is so many stories of people who wake up one day and took one about turn because they're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they have summoned their power as a human being, their internal God-given power of choice to say, hey, this is not what I want, and I'm going a different direction. And that is what you must do. You must take personal responsibility that you are in control and you can start to make that shift. It is as some excerpts that I read from The Common Sense, written in 1776 by Thomas Paine, is that it said, and it is really instructive, and I'll just kind of sum up everything with this, like how we look at things and how we decide to go on the resolve we have in us that can really be the determining factor of how our life turns out. And these excerpts says, I do not choose to be a common man. It is my right to be uncommon. If I can, I seek opportunity, not security. I do not wish to be kept by the state, humbled and dulled by having the state or the government look after me. I want to take the calculated risk, to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I refuse to barter incentive for dole. I prefer the challenges of life to the guarantee of existence, the thrill of fulfillment to the still calm of utopia. I will not trade freedom for beneficence, nor my dignity for a handout. I will never cower before any master, nor bow to any threat. It is my heritage to stand erect, proud and unafraid, to think and to act for myself, to enjoy the benefits of my creation, and to face the world boldly and to say, this with God's help I have done, and all this is what it means to be an entrepreneur. Whether it's an entrepreneur of a business, an entrepreneur of your life, an entrepreneur of a cause. These are the words of Thomas Paine, something written back in 1776, a speech he gave called Common Sense. Look, where you are right now and where you want to be, there's only two things standing between that, and that is time and effort, holding all the normal conditions constant. Only time and effort that stands between where you are and where you want to be. If you invest the time, the effort, and you have a teachable spirit, you can see a model out there. It's everywhere. It's at the age of social media. 50 years ago, it would take you 50 years to reach 6 million people. These days, it could take you a day, an hour, a minute, 10 seconds to reach 50 million people. So you can go out there, you can open your toolbar, and you can start digging, and you can start acting differently and move your life in a different direction. So personal responsibility is the starting point. It's a major foundation. Deciding that I am in charge of my own life and I will do what it takes. I will go and get the information. I will go and get the connections. I'll go and get all the resources that I need. And one thing I'll leave you with, and it's a popular saying from Tony Robbins, he says that our abilities or our plans or our thoughts about what we can or cannot do is seldom a function of our abilities, but more a function of who we believe we are, the stories we tell ourselves. You can change your story and change your life because it's a mental job. Nothing shifts until something shifts in the mind. If you can shift it in the mind, you can shift it in reality, in the world, in the physical realm. Have a powerful one. Take care. Thank you so much.